A security officer was seriously injured this morning following an attack on Mandera Governor Ali Robas' convoy. This occurred as the governor was being escorted to his office in Mandera town. An explosive device is believed to have been buried on the road, and it went off just as the governor and his security detail took the road towards Mandera County headquarters. Governor Ali Robas says he now fears for his life, as it is not the first time that he appears to have been targeted. In May, Governor Ali Robas' personal vehicle was attacked in Dertu in Garissa County by yet-to-be-established bandits who later raided a passenger's bus heading to Garissa from Wajir, killing one person and injuring 3 others. During the attack, the governor was not in the vehicle, which was heading to Mandera from Nairobi at the time. In August, militants attacked a police post in Mandera County and destroyed a building before they were repulsed. Last year, the county revenue offices in the center of the town were burnt down following an attack by unknown armed men. A few months later, the residence of the deputy governor was attacked, but nobody was injured. Well, we have Governor Roba on phone. Governor, if you can hear me, of course, you must be shaken right now, but if you can tell us what exactly happened.
Well, this, as you shared, there's been a number of attempts on the county government offices. There was an attack previously, and also the county government offices. And the threat has now moved to our lives. This morning at around 8:50, I was driving from my house to the office, and while passing through the town, after the escort vehicle, the first vehicle passed, and my vehicle passed immediately, the vehicle behind my vehicle, which is a security vehicle, was caught in that explosion of IED, which was buried under the soil, believed to have been controlled by use of telephone or something. Up to now, you know, all these incidents that have occurred, we've not had a conclusive investigative process to determine the root cause or who are behind these attacks. I'm just taking this opportunity to actually urge the National Police Service to try and investigate to conclusion the root cause of this problem. It's becoming now extremely dangerous for us. It is now moved from buildings to our lives, and we're honestly shaken, you know, as a county government in terms of these threats and the level that it's escalating to.
Governor,
without any information of where the root cause or who is behind it, up to now is unknown, despite the number of attacks that has occurred.
Governor Ali, have police launched investigations? Have you officially made the report in the nearest police station?
We have immediately the police were turned up at the scene of the incident in less than 2 to 3 minutes. And they've witnessed, and they have promised they'll launch investigation into the process. But the sad bit is that it has just remained as such. That promise has remained as a promise. All other incidences that were to be investigated and conclusively determined have not been done. Up to now, we can list more than 12 different attacks on the county, within the county and in Mandera town. One was at a police canteen. The other one was 3 attacks were at an administration police camp. One was at the deputy governor's residence. One was our county lands offices. One was on the county headquarters where my offices are. And then there's this one that has just gotten done. And then we had one on the Kenya Power and Lighting. Another attempt that was thwarted was at the solar station. So there are a number of incidences that is happening, all terror related, but we are unable to really get more information, you know, in terms of, and you know, the only way we can win against terror is by use of intelligence. Obviously, we want determination of the source of this problem. If there are locals behind it, we want to get to find out which locals are behind it, if there are cells that are supportive of this issues, we need these cells to be determined.
Governor, over the past few months, with all these incidents, there are reports that there's heavy deployment of police officers in the region. Is this true? Is this not helping anything?
The government has given us tremendous support in terms of posting police officers and also other security organs to try and control the bigger threat. Generally speaking, over the last 3 months, the terror incidences have been on reducing trend. My only worry is that, these incidences as they occur, obviously if they are occurring within the boundaries of Kenya, it means that there are locals that are aiding, these problems, and it's not just foreigners that are involved. We really want to get to the bottom of it by getting to determine what local cells that are available that are aiding this, so that we're able to deal with it. But in terms of government support and posting of security officers as well as equipment, the government has done its best over the last 4 months to try and really help in securing our borders. And there is visible, improvement on the ground. But my concern is more the incidences that succeed in happening. Okay. Then how effective has our investigative process been to try and determine? The only way we can win against terror is through intelligence.
All right. Thank you very much, Governor Ali Robas, for speaking to us. He's speaking to us in regards of the attack that was on his convoy this morning, where a security officer was seriously injured. Thank you very much, Governor, for that. Well, let's move on to some more security matters. And Inspector General of Police David Kimayo has urged Kenyans to embrace Nyumba Kumi as a model to curb insecurity. Well, he said security is a civic responsibility of every Kenyan. While speaking when launching a report on security at the Security Research and Information Center, Kimayo said every institution must be accountable and action-oriented in order to contain runaway insecurity.
I wish to urge Kenyans to cultivate a spirit of patriotism and embrace the philosophy of community policing, which we have also come up with a Nyumba Kumi initiative, which is falling under the same community policing, to ensure that actually we address the issues of conflict, we address the issues of crime, so that crime cannot actually come back again on areas where we have seen relative peace prevailing. The underlying causes of some of the problems that we face is the issue of employment. If we have a number of people who are not employed, then definitely it will create the issue of poverty, and people will be able to move looking for survival, how they can be able to survive within the areas where they are staying. And in this particular area, then there will be issues of lack of proper social support.
All right, now the Teacher Service Commission is expected to this afternoon hold a meeting in regards to the deadlock yesterday between the Ministry of Education, the Kenya National Union of Teachers, and the Kenya Union of Post-Primary Education Teachers. And Catherine Omonto has been keeping tabs on that story and now joins us via phone. Catherine, what's the latest? Has that meeting begun?
That meeting, they're still meeting right now, but they have said that they won't address the press for now. We were supposed to have a press conference at 12 o'clock, but until today, someone was sent down to talk to journalists, and we were told that they're not even sure if the meeting or the press conference will happen today. Obviously, the meeting was supposed to divulge what is going on in the negotiations between government and NUT as well as KUPPET. But what we do know right now is that the Kenya Union of Post-Primary Teachers has called a press conference at the Cabinet Secretary of Labour's office at the NSSF building. So that's where we're headed now, and probably they are the biggest headache right now for the government, because as you know, yesterday NUT said that they will give the government more time, but KUPPET said that the talks have collapsed and they haven't received any deal, and the government didn't give them any deal, and they will call for a strike hopefully in the next 24 hours. So that's basically the situation as that now, Betty.
Catherine, do you have any wind of what exactly they will be speaking to the press about? What is expected of that meeting?
Well, that meeting, they had a meeting with Kazungu Kambi, who is the CS for Labour. That's the Kupet officials. So they're probably going to tell us what transpired from that meeting that they had in the morning. As we know, yesterday they called for a National Governing Council meeting, which will pave the way forward, whether we will see a nationwide strike or whether we won't. So we're hoping to see whatever agreement was made between the office or the Ministry of Labour and Kupet.
All right. Thank you very much, Catherine Omwantho, for that. Of course, all the details will be coming to you in our next bulletins. That is KTN Low and KTN Prime. Do stay tuned. Let's now move on to other matters. And police officers from Eldoret Police Station this morning gunned down one suspected robber who was part of a group that had broken into an electronic shop in Eldoret town, making away with several electronic equipments. Eldoret West OCPD Moled Munyanzi has confirmed the incident, saying the group is also responsible for breaking into an anti-terror police office in the same area. The other suspects managed to escape with gunshot wounds, and manhunt has been launched for them, with police asking medical centers in Eldoret to report cases of people with gunshot wounds seeking medical help.
The body has already been removed to the Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital mortuary. We have taken the fingerprints. We will want to identify through the fingerprints. We'll be able to identify to know who the person is. And if possible, we suspect the other two who ran away with gunshot wounds. So I'm taking this early opportunity to speak to request members of the public that should they notice somebody who is seeking medication either in any dispensary or hospital or clinic with injuries that are suspected to be gunshot wounds, to get in touch with us.
From Eldoret to Mombasa, where the High Court has postponed the much-awaited ruling on the Mombasa Governor Ali Hassan Joho's degree case to tomorrow. The ruling was scheduled for today. The three-judge bench led by Justice Edward Mureithi said even though judgment is ready, they required more time to do proofreading and will deliver the verdict tomorrow at 10 a.m. The ruling is to determine whether the case challenging eligibility of Joho based on his academic credentials should proceed or be thrown out. The case was filed by activist Silas Otuke, who argued that Joho never attained his academic degree in a credible way. However, the Deputy Governor Hazel Katana petitioned the court to throw away the case, arguing that a similar case had been determined by Nairobi High Court in March last year by Justice Isaac Lenaola.
We estimated it to take much longer than that. So we decided that rather than have the court waiting, we give you a time when we expect it must be ready for delivery. This we expect to be 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Brother to Member of Parliament for Mukurweini, Kabando was today arraigned at the Nyeri High Court for a plea to a case in which he is accused of murdering his mother, Rose Wachera Mwangi, on July 27th at their home in Mukurweini. Caesar Thiari, who is in his 40s, appeared before Nyeri High Court Judge James Wakiaga. Thiari pleaded not guilty to the murder charge. Justice Wakiaga had earlier sent Thiari to Mathare Mental Hospital for an assessment. A report released after his stay at the mental hospital indicated that Thiari is fit for trial. He will be remanded in custody until January 29th, 2015, when his case will resume. A gender-based violence desk is expected to be operational in Nyeri as from April next year and will provide both legal and medical assistance to victims of gender-based violence. Speaking during a consultative forum that drew stakeholders from the medical sector, police and judiciary, Nyeri's women representative Priscilla Nyukabi said most of victims opt to seek treatment in hospitals and avoid going to police stations, thereby denying the victims justice. Gender Violence Recovery Center CEO and Nairobi's Women's Hospital CEO Dr. Sam Dhenya hailed the establishment of the desk, saying it will facilitate handling of the cases more efficiently.
They actually become so that they can we create that awareness.
Thank you so much. And sometimes working together. Yes, all of us are so much careful to train the wrong side. Also, and I think Madam as a MP who doesn't necessarily have someone is reporting.
These cases have always failed because the victims are not always willing to report at the normal report and inquiry office. So if this office will be built or constructed, I think we'll have so many cases being reported to the police stations.
When we link this criminal justice system with the evidence collected in hospitals, we should then see a major reduction of GBV in this country. And hence, this is aimed towards prevention, that we should be able to prevent GBV in this country.
Again, you know, Nyeri is rumored for being a place where women beat men. We want to see data, we want to see statistics.